From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Good Monday morning. We're seeing rain and snow this morning, mostly in the Blues and in Kittitas and Yakima counties, but it looks like some of this is starting to fill back into the lower Columbia Basin. Snow levels around 1,000 to 1,500 feet for this morning, specifically out this way over in Kittitas and Yakima County. So we've already seen some snow this morning in the Kittitas Valley, and you know, we would love to know if you have boots on the ground in the Yakima Valley, especially in the upper Yakima Valley. If you've seen some snow, send us some pictures and send us those updates at weather@applevalleynewsnow.com. Temperatures are just barely above freezing for this morning in the Kittitas and Yakima Valley, so I'm thinking in most spots it's probably just a dusting of snow, if that. Of course, it's just too warm for that in the lower Columbia Basin and in the Blue Foothills with temperatures in the 30s and 40s. We're also tracking reductions in visibility for this morning, mainly up towards Snoqualmie Pass, but also it looks like some of that fog and some of those low clouds starting to seep down into the Kittitas Valley as well. Here's the bottom line for the forecast. More chances for rain and snow in the valleys and mountains for today and tomorrow. Another storm system with much less snow into Wednesday and Thursday, and maybe another wet storm system for this weekend. So I'll break down all of this coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
Straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest, reports of a protection order violation results in a SWAT standoff at a home in Kennewick. We have the latest on the incident that many agencies responded to. And severe weather across much of the country. We're talking about rain and snow, plus new video showing the havoc caused by a tornado in San Francisco. That's just ahead in this hour. Also getting in the holiday spirit, a local play that's highlighting the true meaning of family. Our Monique Ledesma takes us behind the scenes. Good Morning Northwest starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal. It is Monday, December 16th. I hope you all had a great weekend. We're going to get right into your top stories this morning, starting off with a follow-up. The Kennewick Police Department is investigating after a standoff from Friday. Investigators say officers were called to the 2800 block of South Hartford for reports of an order violation. Now, this is just off of South Jean Street and West 29th Place. KPD says the victim was safe, but the man refused to come out of the home. That caused units from Richland, Pasco, the Benton County Sheriff's Office, Tri-City Regional SWAT, and the Richland Bomb Squad to respond. The man surrendered after more than 4 hours, and he was taken to jail. The Kennewick Police Department is looking for 30-year-old Joel Oblia. Authorities say Oblia attacked a woman with a knife and then ran away from the scene. This was at the 1300 block of West 10th Avenue on Saturday night. We're told the woman is expected to be okay, but officers say Oblia is considered armed and dangerous. So if you see him, do not approach him, but call KPD at the number on your screen. That's 509-628-0333. And the Walla Walla County Sheriff's Office is asking for information on an ongoing sexual assault investigation. On December 6th, Andrew Sutherland was arrested on charges of rape of a child and child molestation. Authorities say these cases are several years old, but they are asking for people to come forward if they have information on the assaults relating to Sutherland. If you do, please contact Detective Dan Teal at the number on your screen. Now to fire news, the Grant County Sheriff's Office is looking into a man that was found dead after a house fire. Authorities say a neighbor went to check on the man at his home in the unincorporated Moses Lake area. This is off of Blue Goose Road Northeast. The neighbor reported to authorities they found the man dead just inside the front entrance of the home, and there was also fire damage inside. Investigators say the man may have died after being overcome by smoke, and the cause of the fire is also still under investigation. We're also learning more about the fire at Lakeside Apartments from last week in Kennewick. The fire damaged 2 of the 10 apartments in the building, while a third unit has water damage. There were no reports of injuries, and all pets were accounted for. While the fire was initially reported as a chimney fire, the exact cause is still under investigation. Now, the blaze was first reported on the 5100 block of Clearwater Avenue. Officers reported seeing smoke coming from Building G. They were first on scene helping people get out of the building. The fire was under control within a half hour, but there's no word yet on damage costs. Looking at local events now, a theater in the Tri-Cities is letting the show begin. In true holiday fashion, it's a good old-fashioned Christmas play. Apple Valley News Now's Monique Ledesma takes us behind the curtains of what it's like to be a local director and an actor.
Carolyn Parker, the director of the play A Good Old-Fashioned Big Family Christmas, says one of her favorite parts of creating this live show is people of all ages will have the opportunity to be able to enjoy the show.
I'm hoping that what it does is everybody sees a little bit of themselves in it, or a little bit of their own families in it, and that it brings good memories to them. You know, nostalgia, that's always the thing. That's why I wanted to do this play.
Parker says one of the magical things about being able to direct a play is seeing everything click.
You know, as a director, developing those characters so that the actors feel that person themselves, you know, and they give their best performance to entertain an audience.
When it comes time to take center stage, it takes more than memorizing your lines.
The rehearsal process where you're working with the other actors and with your cast and crew, you know, working on the blocking, where you're supposed to be on stage, working on the dynamics with the other actors. And then there's a lot of work at home. That's where you're memorizing your lines and you're working on your character development, really trying to decide what your character would be doing at that particular moment on stage.
It fills my heart, especially opening night, and I see them on the stage and then people start laughing, and it's almost like, I don't know how else to describe it, as this, I gave birth to this. I mean, that's not really the way to put it, but it fills my heart with joy to watch them up there on stage after working so hard, and they're enjoying themselves and the audience is responding well to it.
While creating A Good Old-Fashioned Big Family Christmas, the actors found a family within themselves after months of preparation.
Look, why don't you go up to Phoebe's room and watch her TV? Great.
It's a big cast, but the cast has gone along so well and just created so many fond memories. And so even though, you know, none of us are related actually in the cast, I do feel like there is an actual like sort of family dynamic between us, and I feel that that really translates onto the stage.
You can watch this drama comedy play this weekend and next weekend at the Richland Players Theater. Reporting in Richland, Monique Ledesma, Apple Valley News Now.
Thank you, Monique. And you can purchase tickets at the box office or online at richlandplayers.org. Adult tickets are $20 and students and senior tickets are $17. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, severe weather hitting much of the United States. We have a breakdown on the snow and rain, plus video of the destruction from a rare tornado in California. But first, looking at our weather more locally, Josh will have your weather conditions for today, and that's in his first alert weather forecast right after the break.
For 600 different cigars and 125 pipe tobaccos. For every cigar rated 96 and higher by Cigar Aficionado. For 200 accessories including dozens of humidors and fine pipes. It's the educated cigar.
Unwrap smoother skin this season with Curve Appeal. Imagine flawless, touchable skin with pain-free laser hair removal using our new Splendor X machine. Right now, sessions starting as low as $60. Only 6 sessions needed. Don't wait. It's the perfect treat for yourself or someone special. And for the holidays, give the gift of confidence and beauty with our Curve Appeal gift certificates. Book now and let us bring out your holiday glow with Splendor X. CurveAppealTC.com.
Run it up.
There's still time to save at Macy's Holiday Countdown. Find gifts from Gucci, Givenchy, and more. Jewelry boxed and ready to give. Plus handbags, wallets, and accessories. And it's your last chance to spend your Macy's money on any gift you want.
Need new glasses? Get more from your benefits at VisionWorks. How can you see me squinting? I can't. I'm just telling everyone. Hey!
Use your vision benefits before they expire. VisionWorks. See the difference.
Get 3.9% APR for 36 months on a 2024 Cadillac Lyriq. Visit your Yakima and Tri-Cities Cadillac dealer today.
Count on Apple Valley News Now and ABC for the most magical holiday programs ever, including favorites from Disney, plus so much more. Apple Valley News Now holiday shows, proudly sponsored locally by Prosser Memorial Health. This is how we care.
Smoke City for Less. We are open 7 days a week with now 5 locations.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We have a winter weather advisory that's in place for the eastern slopes of the Cascades until 4 p.m. this afternoon. Then for the blues above 4,000 feet, that runs until 10 p.m. for this evening. So we'll tell you more about the snowfall we're expecting from this storm system in a second, but I want to touch on what the passes already look like for this morning. Snoqualmie Pass at I-90, it's slushy, traction tires are advised. We'll take it down to U.S. Highway 12 at White Pass. Packed snow, traction tires are required here, not just advised, but they are required. And then taking it down to I-82 at Manistash Ridge, slushy traction tires are advised here, so that would be that commute between Ellensburg and Yakima. And then in the blues for I-84 at Cabbage Hill, it's slushy, you do have to carry chains. And then for Oregon 204 at Tollgate, it's packed snow, so yeah, you do need chains if you're towing between mileposts 10 to 30. Let's take it down to lower elevations. Here is your day planner. 7 this morning, still expecting snow in the valleys. It's just going to be a cold rain for the basin and foothills. By lunchtime, really after lunchtime, we're going to start to trend drier, but still could have some snow showers in the Kittitas Valley. It's likely going to be rain at this point in the Yakima Valley, and of course, we're going to keep it as rain in the basin and foothills even into the afternoon. Looking much drier by this afternoon, but we're expecting another wave of rain and snow into this evening and overnight. So for today, it's going to be cold, but it's going to be seasonal winds gusting out of the south and southeast between 20 to 25 miles per hour for the blues, the foothills, and the Cascades. And then for tonight, rain and snow picks up again into the late evening. Overnight lows right around freezing, and the winds once again gusting out of the south between 20 to 25 miles per hour for the blues and foothills. I'll time all of this out, and I'll tell you how much rain and snow we're expecting coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. International news this morning, new video is showing the destruction from a rare tornado near San Francisco. This comes as rain, snow, and frigid temperatures are marching across much of the country. ABC's Rain and Alley has more.
This morning, a slick commute is expected in parts of the Northeast with light snow and freezing rain, but it won't be as severe as this weekend's deep freeze in the Midwest. In Iowa, wind chills getting down to -6 degrees. Freezing rain leaving everything encased in a thick layer of ice, including roads. In California, more than a foot of snow burying I-80, leaving cars stranded outside of Lake Tahoe and closer to the coast.
Oh my God. Oh my God, no.
A chaotic scene caught on camera as a rare tornado touched down near Santa Cruz over the weekend.
You can see the traffic lights just leave the poles.
An EF1 twister bringing 90-mile-per-hour winds, flipping cars, snapping power lines, and injuring several people.
One was seriously injured, but nobody died. And that is the most important factor in this event.
The storm system triggering the first ever tornado warning in San Francisco. It comes as Southern California braces for yet another bout of warm, dry Santa Ana winds. Wet weather over the weekend helped firefighters as they battled the nearly week-old fire in Malibu, which is nearly halfway contained. But when the winds pick up on Tuesday, so will the threat of new fires.
Coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, Luigi Mangione, the suspect charged in the death of United Healthcare's CEO, has retained a new attorney. We have the latest developments after the break.
Ever feel like something's Missing? Like there's a hole in your morning routine? Well, we've got just the thing. At Some Bagels, we make more than fresh bagels. We make a variety of baked goods to fill your day with everything you've been missing. Have your favorite coffee drink with our in-house roasted espresso beans. And enjoy your bagel with our flavored cream cheeses. Because at Some Bagels, the only thing better than the hole in the middle is everything around it. I want some, you want some, we want some. Gimme Some Bagels.
Some of this year's best Christmas presents are just too big to fit under the tree, and they sure won't go here. No, some gifts are as big as the great outdoors itself, like the complete line of Echo Power equipment available at Liberty Lawn and Saw. No matter the wish, no matter the job, Echo has a tool to get the job done right, and at a price that won't break the bank. Plus, Echo's long-lasting E-Force battery system quickly swaps from one great product to the next. So stop by Liberty Lawn and Saw in West Richland for the Echo of their dreams.
Hi, I'm Bentley. This is my family, and this is our furniture store, Meredith Furniture. Meredith Furniture makes our home cozy and beautiful. From the perfect sofa where we open presents, to the dining room table where we share meals and stories. It's not just furniture, it's where we make memories together. Meredith Furniture, where your family moments happen.
From our Meredith Furniture family to yours,
Merry Christmas!
Owning a food truck was my dream, but my back and leg pain made every day a struggle. Then my personalized arch support system from the Good Feet store got me back in the picture.
Clinically proven to provide significant pain relief in only 4 weeks.
I'm back to being the best version of myself.
Get back in the picture. The Good Feet store. Book your free fitting at goodfeet.com.
It's America's biggest countdown party of the year. Join me, Ryan Seacrest, and my co-host, Rita Ora, live from Times Square. It's Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve, with epic performances by Cody Johnson, Lenny Kravitz, Teddy Swims, Thomas Rhett, Tinashe, and more.
Now there's a reason to celebrate.
Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve, live December 31st on ABC.
This newscast sponsored by Mariano Morales Law. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Okay, for today we'll have snow this morning in the Cascades, Kittitas Valley, Upper Yakima Valley, and Blues. Rain for the lower elevations, and the snow should transition back to rain in the Upper Yakima Valley by the late morning, turning drier after lunchtime. Then for tonight, maybe a stretch of freezing rain in the early evening for the Upper Yakima Valley. Wet weather will pick up again by the late evening across the map. Snow for the Cascades, Blues, and Kittitas Valley, and will even transition back to snow in the Upper Yakima Valley after midnight. Then for tomorrow, eventually transitioning back to rain in the Kittitas Valley and Upper Yakima Valley by the early to mid-morning, transitioning to rain even for Snoqualmie Pass and Cabbage Hill by the late morning to early afternoon. Steady wet weather throughout the day. And then for tomorrow night, lower elevations in the Blues start to trend much drier into the late evening. Rain stays pretty steady in the Cascades, and snow levels will soar up to around 7,500 feet overnight and into Wednesday morning. Here's some of the snowfall totals we're expecting for Monday and Tuesday. This is subject to change, but we're thinking 4 to 6 inches for our Cascade passes, probably less than a couple inches for the Kittitas Valley and Yakima Valley. Not expecting any snow at all for the lower Columbia Basin or for the Blue Foothills. And then for the Blue Mountains, we're thinking between 1 to 4 inches for some of those passes. Okay, here's some of the water totals we're anticipating for Monday and Tuesday. And we're thinking between 1/4 to 1/2 inch of water for the basin and for the Blue Foothills. We're thinking anywhere between 1/2 to 3/4 for the valleys and between 1 to 2 inches for the mountains. Then we have a follow-up storm system in a Wednesday and Thursday. This one, well, not nearly as much snow for this one. In fact, no snow, because snow levels will be going up to around 4,000 to 7,500 feet. So at least no snow at pass level, at least for most of our passes. And then in terms of water, this is looking like a drier storm system, less than 1/10 of an inch of water for the valleys, basin, and foothills, between 1/10 to 1/4 for the Blues, between 1/2 to 3/4 for the Cascades. So overall, we'll be drier for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, but we are anticipating another storm system as we head into Sunday. It's too early to make heads or tails of that one, and temperatures going up into Wednesday, but that's going to be an aberration as we'll be cooler again for Thursday and beyond. Here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Leftover showers for Wednesday, dry and overcast Thursday and Friday. Wet weather picks up again this weekend. Then for Yakima, 50-50 shot of showers left over for Wednesday. Mostly dry Thursday and Friday. Showers creep back into the picture Saturday and especially Sunday. In Ellensburg, breezy with showers likely Wednesday. Few showers for Thursday through Saturday, turning wetter by Sunday. Then for Hermiston, much drier by Wednesday. Dry, cold, and overcast Thursday and Friday, trending wetter again this weekend. Then for Walla Walla, breezy with showers likely Wednesday, mostly dry Thursday through Saturday, but the wet weather ramps back up by Sunday.
Thank you, Josh. In continuing coverage now on Luigi Mangione, the 26-year-old man who faces a second-degree murder charge in the death of United Healthcare CEO. Mangione has retained a high-powered attorney. Karen Friedman Agnifilo will represent him in New York. She previously worked as the chief assistant district attorney in the Manhattan DA's office for 7 years. But since 2021, she's been in private practice. Agnifilo has declined to comment on taking the case. Meanwhile, a Pennsylvania judge denied bail for Mangione this week as he currently remains in custody. On Friday, Manhattan DA Alvin Bragg said there are indications that Mangione may waive his extradition this week. Coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, rapper Ludacris was trying to stay incognito while reporting for jury duty in Atlanta, but he almost blew his cover. We have the hilarious story coming up in your entertainment news in just a few minutes.
Our pre-owned customers are anybody and everybody that needs a vehicle.
McCurdy's been around so long. A lot of people bought their cars here and then their kids bought their cars here. Our customers are somebody that wants to be able to come back to us after they buy that car for whatever reason.
We make sure that every vehicle that's coming through our shop has been thoroughly tested and checked.
It matters a lot. I see these cars all around. It's just a peace of mind that comes with knowing that we've been here so long and we'll continue to be here.
McCurdy has a lot of master technicians. We have some that have been with their brands for 30 plus years and McCurdy just as long. We are going to be sharing the roads with these vehicles, which is one of the reasons we do take so much effort in making sure that they're going to be drivable for a long period of time.
So it's your daily journey. And so it's a lot more than just purchasing or something or a quick transaction. It's everything to people nowadays is what their car means to them. We're going to be here tomorrow to help you with whatever's on their car. Buying pre-owned with McCurdy means your vehicle meets a higher standard.
Find your way home in a Subaru certified pre-owned vehicle from McCurdy Subaru.
Get ready to feast at Legends Casino Hotel's ultimate all-you-can-eat seafood buffet. Dive into fresh Dungeness crab, wild Columbia River salmon, juicy prime rib, and much more. Taste it all every Thursday and Saturday starting at 4 p.m.
If you're injured on the job, you need an experienced workers' comp attorney.
Workers' compensation is complex. It has its own laws, doctors, courts, and judges.
For years as an assistant attorney general, I represented labor and industries. Now, I fight for injured workers.
If you were hurt at work, let us go to work to get you benefits.
Call 509-584-4411, Bothwell and Hamill.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Through December 31st, receive rebates up to $1,850 off on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
It's Santa's Big Give, where you could win $500 from Apple Valley News Now and Coca-Cola of Yakima Tri-Cities. To enter, click on contests at applevalleyNewsNow.com. $500 from the big guy, Coca-Cola of Yakima Tri-Cities and Apple Valley News Now.
The Kraken plays on MeTV Tuesday at 6:30 as they welcome Ottawa to Seattle.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. In entertainment news, rapper Ludacris was trying to stay incognito while reporting for jury duty in Atlanta.
But his own cover nearly got blown. He posted a video on social media recording himself and another woman saying they were dismissed from jury duty.
Ludacris, whose real name is Christopher Bridges, was dressed in a hoodie, sunglasses, and face mask. He then laughed that no one knew who he was.
But then the woman who was walking next to him asked if he was Ludacris and that he looks like Ludacris.
He jokes that he wishes he was so he wouldn't have to be there, but then he jokes he should join a Ludacris lookalike contest to try and win some money.
I think he'd win. I think he'd win the contest.
Oh, yeah. And a popular classic sitcom from 2 decades ago is set to make a comeback.
Reports show Disney Plus made a deal for a revival of Malcolm in the Middle. The show, which debuted in 2000, won 7 Emmys during its 7-season run.
Original stars Frankie Muniz, Bryan Cranston, and Jane Kaczmarek are set to reprise their roles, and the Disney-branded television has signed up for 4 episodes.
No word yet on a premiere date, and I have the theme song stuck in my head. You're not the boss
I
of
didn't
me
watch
now.
it a lot. I would always see it, but I just never cared. I put it on a few times, but it wasn't really my show. But you liked it, right?
See, this is one of the rare.
And this is kind of showing our age a little bit.
Well, this is one of the rare times that I have seen something and you haven't seen something, because I feel like it's typically reversed.
Look at that, it finally happened. And coming up next on Good Morning Northwest at 6:30, an elderly woman from Washington thought she was talking to a popular TV host, and she even flew out to California to meet him. But her family intervened and they found out it was a catfish scam. We have that story in your next half hour.
It's beginning to look a lot like savings during the holiday sale at Furniture Row. Stop in today because everything is on sale. Or get 48 months no interest financing. Shop the largest selection at the lowest prices guaranteed. Happy holidays from Furniture Row.
The holidays.
So happy together.
And holiday trips. And holiday toys. And holiday bonding. And it all comes together in a Chevrolet.
Find your red tag and use your red tag bonus cash to get $5,750 total cash allowance on this Silverado. See your community Chevy dealers.
Hit by a big truck in bad weather? There's a law that says truck drivers have a legal duty to use extreme caution when driving in hazardous conditions. Knowing these laws sets my truck wreck team apart. I'm attorney Mariano Morales, the big truck heavy hitter. Big truck insurance companies know that we have the knowledge and experience to get you paid everything you deserve. Hit by a big truck, our team knows truck wrecks and how to win for you. I'm attorney Mariano Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
The heavy hitter is the one for you. Call 853-2222.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Through December 31st, receive rebates up to $1,850 off on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
The season of New Traditions sales event is going on now at Overturf Kia. Save big on select new Kia vehicles. 2024 Kia Telluride EX with all-wheel drive starts at $44,699. Plus, get 5.49% interest for 72 months. Overturf Kia at the base of the Blue Bridge in Kennewick.
Prosser Digestive Health Center is now offering gastroenterology services daily, including weekends. Board-certified gastroenterologist Dr. Jack Brandenburg provides the full spectrum of digestive health care. His services include colon cancer screenings, treatment for swallowing problems, inflammatory bowel disease, liver disorders, and more. To schedule an appointment, call Prosser Digestive Health Center at 509-786-5599 or learn more at prosserhealth.org. This is how we care.
It's the holiday sale at Denver Mattress. Right now, everything is on sale, like the budget-friendly Summit Eurotop, easy on the wallet for only $379.99, or get 48 months no interest financing and free shipping. The holiday sale on now at Denver Mattress.
Season's greetings from all of us here at Apple Valley News Now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal.
And I'm Josh Colbert.
All right, Josh, give everybody at home a brief description on what this 3-degree guarantee is and how they can win some money.
Yes, so it's a contest that we started last week, so this week is technically week number 2. And the gist of it is I make a forecast. If the forecast verifies, the jackpot grows. The jackpot is sponsored by our good friends at Legends Casino and Hotel. But if I get my forecast wrong, then the jackpot could be yours. So let's show you how it works. Okay, here was my forecast for Friday. I went with a forecast high of 38 degrees. The high verified within 3 degrees to either side. So if it was between 35 or 41 degrees, then the jackpot would have grown. And it did. Now it's up to $75. So for today, my forecast high for Pasco is 43 degrees. So if it falls between 40 to 46 degrees, then the jackpot is going to end up growing again. It's going to get up to triple digits, up to $100. But if my forecast is wrong, you could win the jackpot. You could win the $75. So in order to do that, you have to go to applevalleynewsnow.com, click on contest, sign up for the contest, and you can do that by way of the QR code that is on your screen right now. And now it's off your screen as we want to talk about the radar. We have widespread rain and snow for this morning. Snow levels around 1,000 to 1,500 feet. We have seen snow in the Kittitas Valley. There's been at the very least mixed precip in the Yakima Valley. It's just going to be a cold rain for the basin and for the Blue Foothills. Right now, temperatures are just barely above freezing in the Kittitas and Yakima Valley, so that's really going to curb how much snow could accumulate, at least for now. And, of course, definitely too warm for that in the basin with 30s and 40s, also 30s and 40s for the foothills of the Blue Mountains. And we're also tracking fog, big-time fog this morning, or at the very least reductions in visibility up towards Snoqualmie Pass. It looks like some of that's starting to spill over into the Kittitas Valley as well. The rest of us seeing okay visibility. Here is your coat cast for today for the Tri-Cities, or excuse me, this is the umbrella cast, but you might need a raincoat in addition to that before lunchtime. It looks like we're going to be dry from 2 to 8, but then showers starting to pick up again into the late evening. So for today's seasonal stuff, we'll have rain and snow mostly before lunchtime, but I'll take you on a zone-by-zone tour of today's forecast coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. Now, police in Northern California are investigating after an elderly woman in Washington was scammed. The woman from Marysville paid out tens of thousands of dollars to a person who she thought was a popular cable TV anchor. Eric Wilkinson has the story.
We want to vomit.
I mean, it's pretty disgusting.
The Taylor family is sickened by the scam their mother's been dragged into that's turned the family inside out. Their 73-year-old mom, Patricia, is a big fan of cable news.
Not a strong case, although...
She's such a fan of MSNBC's Ari Melber that she messaged him on Facebook, or thought she did. It turned out to be a fake profile, and the craziness starts from there.
You don't want to be with me anymore.
The fake Ari started texting Patricia.
Get a $500 Apple gift card.
Asking her to send money and gift cards to treat his sick dog, Penny.
My mom is asking, hey, you're on TV. Don't you have money? It's for Penny. Please don't let Penny die.
How deep into this is she now?
At least $20,000.
But the scam doesn't stop there. The family says over the past 4 months, the scammer convinced Patricia they were in love and going to be married. He even sent a ring.
We find the ring. It's a $30 ring.
When Patricia got suspicious, the scammer doubled down.
When did Ari Melber turn into a scammer?
Followed by an AI-generated message using fake Ari's voice.
You're reading my messages and not responding. I'll never do that to you. Have you found someone else?
On Monday, Patricia boarded a plane from SeaTac to New York City to meet her mystery man. Fortunately, a relative intercepted her during a layover in Portland and brought her home. What do you fear might actually have happened if she got to New York?
I believe they would have asked for some type of ransom for her, that we have your mom, see how much money they could get out of us.
All this despite 2 interventions with Patricia, who worked at both Boeing and the University of Washington for decades.
How did she fall for this? How did she not see what was going on?
The Taylors fear their mom might try to meet up with the scammer again. They just want some way out of this mess.
We just want our mom back.
MSNBC has confirmed the real Ari Melber has no connection to the scammer. Meanwhile, scams like this, especially ones targeting the elderly, happen all too often. The FBI says last year, more than 101,000 people 60 years and older reported getting scammed, and that's a 14% increase from the previous year. We turn now to a follow-up on the negotiations between the Hanford Guard Union and Hanford Mission Integration Solutions. We're learning the two have stalled for the moment. To recap, HMIS locked out the Hanford patrol workers the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. Since then, negotiations have continued to take place, and they've even brought in a federal mediator. A union representative tells us they don't expect to get back to negotiations for a few weeks.
The rumor is they're not going to talk to us for a couple weeks, but we don't know how that is negotiating in good faith. You know, if they're unwilling to talk or even lock us out. It's a tough situation. Nobody wants to go through this, but we feel that what we're fighting for is just and right, and the guys are standing strong. The attitudes are still pretty positive.
HMIS sent us a statement in response. It says, quote, HMIS has continued to negotiate in good faith. In fact, the two parties agree on 24 of the 28 sections of the contract. 2 of the remaining issues include medical autonomy and concerns about the federal human reliability program. They also went on to say, quote, HMIS has made concessions during negotiations, and the offer we provided on December 5th was our best and final offer, which was not only fair and reasonable, but extremely competitive, end quote. And this is a developing story, so we'll update you when negotiations start back up. Turning to education news, the Kennewick School District's current superintendent, Dr. Tracy Pierce, is set to retire next year on June 30th, and the district is currently conducting a search for her replacement. The board of directors will be doing preliminary interviews January 28th, 29th, and 30th. They're looking for people to take part in a panel where they'll observe the interviews and provide feedback. The board is looking for 10 parents or community members, also 10 staff members, and 3 community partner organizations to be a part of this observer panel. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, authorities are adamant that the mysterious drones do not pose a security threat, but they still don't have answers on where they're coming from. We have the latest developments, plus which airport had to temporarily close after reported sightings nearby. That's after the break.
Happy holidays from all of us here at Apple Valley News Now.
'Tis the season of comfort and joy. Celebrate with special holiday pricing throughout the store.
It's a great time to save at Walker's.
Buy like friends and family and shop the gifts you'd love to get with some year-end clearance specials up to 70% off. Plus, take advantage of 5-year special financing with no money down.
And remember, Walker's is where
quality just costs less.
From our family to yours, Merry Christmas!
Let her buck. It's more than a saying. It's a way of life. It's taking on the day. It's leaning into what you're doing, whatever you're doing. And that's why it's on every bottle of Pendleton whiskey. It's not just poured. It's earned. Pendleton whiskey. Let her buck.
After a long day, there's nothing like coming home to what matters most.
Thank you, Mama's home.
With 3 generations under one roof, our home is a place where traditions are passed down. It's the simple moments that hold us together, reminding us that the best parts of life are shared, where every moment becomes a memory. With the help of Hapo Mortgage, we're home.
Let Quantum Legal protect you and be your champion on the legal battleground. Whether it's a fight for justice in the face of criminal accusations, personal injury claims, or workplace accidents, Quantum Legal is your unwavering ally. An aggressive offense is your greatest defense. Quantum Legal is the sword and shield you've been seeking. Your best defense, Quantum Legal.
At State Fair Park, the lights will glow. A dazzling, twinkling holiday show. The 5th Annual Light Festa Drive-Through Delight. Presented by Giza Credit Union, so merry and bright. From December 12th to the 22nd, a magical journey is to be expected. So get your tickets and join the fun. At State Fair Park for everyone. Not even a Grinch could say bah humbug to this. So visit statefairpark.org for your holiday bliss.
Apple Valley News Now viewer Kathy Kilgore.
Apple Valley News Now is important to this community. I know when I turn it on, if there's something that I've heard about in the community, I'm going to hear it from you guys. And that's important. I eat breakfast with you, I eat dinner with you guys. That time's valuable in that it keeps me connected to my community.
Thank you, Kathy. If you watch Apple Valley News Now, please let us know. Apple Valley News Now, always on your side. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Today is going to be a cold day. We're going to have seasonal high temperatures. We're going to be in the 30s in Kittitas County. Could have some snow showers. In fact, we've already seen snow showers this morning in the Kittitas Valley. Those will mostly taper off after lunchtime. We'll continue to have snow showers up in the Cascades, although those look like they're going to taper off a little bit after lunchtime as well. Winds breezy up in the Cascades for today, gusting out of the south and east upwards of 25 miles per hour. And then for the Yakima Valley, could have some snow this morning in the upper valley. It's going to stay as a cold rain for the lower valley. High temperatures are going to be in the mid to upper 30s. Light winds overall. The winds could gust out of the south upwards of 30 miles per hour in the lower Columbia Basin. And these temperatures are going to end up in the low to mid 40s. Just going to be a cold rain for the basin. It's also going to be mainly a cold rain for the Blue Foothills, but expecting more snow up in the Blue Mountains, but also sort of tapering off after lunchtime. These winds gusting out of the south upwards of 20 miles per hour. Now let's talk about the big picture, what we're thinking in terms of our rainfall deficits or surpluses improving from this Monday-Tuesday storm system. We're thinking we're going to have about a 25% improvement in the Kittitas Valley, flipping from a rainfall deficit to a rainfall surplus. About a 30% improvement for the Yakima Valley, about a 20% improvement for the Tri-Cities, 15%-ish for Hermiston, and unfortunately still in a deficit for the Blue Foothills, but starting to chip away at that. I'll show you how much rainfall and snowfall. I'll put an actual amount to this from this storm system. That's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. Now, as the number of drone sightings spread across the Northeast, so do the calls for answers. Federal authorities are adamant that the drones do not pose a security threat. However, they still don't know where they came from or who's responsible. Nicole D'Antonio has more.
The federal government is sending additional resources to New Jersey and New York to help solve the mystery behind drone sightings reported across at least 7 states from New York to Maryland.
The Robin, which use not a linear line of sight, but 360-degree technology that has a much better chance of detecting these drones.
The reports have prompted authorities to shut down an airport over the weekend. The FAA confirming Stewart International Airport north of New York City temporarily closed its runway Friday night after multiple reported drone sightings in the area. Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas told ABC's This Week exclusively that there is not a national security threat and says the federal government is taking action.
We have not seen any foreign, we know of no foreign involvement with respect to the sightings in the Northeast, and we are vigilant in investigating this matter.
Further complicating matters, a rule change from the FAA in September of 2023 allowing drones to fly at night. The FBI says that it is processing roughly 5,000 drone-related tips, but found less than 100 have generated credible leads.
Some of those drone sightings are in fact drones. Some are manned aircraft that are commonly mistaken for drones, but there's no question that drones are being sighted.
The House Intelligence Committee is expected to receive a classified briefing on the drone sightings tomorrow. Coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, a former OpenAI employee was found dead in his apartment. This comes after he said the company violated a copyright law while developing its popular online chatbot, ChatGPT. We have that story and more coming up in your morning sprint, but first, Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth will have your full weather forecast.
If you have an injury claim and are considering a settlement with the insurance company, make sure you're compensated for every element of damage you're entitled to. Don't be tempted to accept a quick holiday settlement.
U.S. Cellular has the incredible new iPhone 16 Pro.
The first iPhone built for Apple Intelligence.
Spread the word.
Apple Intelligence is personal, private, and oh so powerful, you dig?
And the all-new camera control will blow you away!
U.S. Cellular has the amazing new iPhone. Also, Doug ate all the office cake.
Show me the tape.
See the tape tonight at 10!
Right now at U.S. Cellular, get the new iPhone 16 Pro on us. No trade-in needed. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
Ever feel like something's missing? Like there's a hole in your morning routine? Well, we've got just the thing. At Some Bagels, we make more than fresh bagels. We make a variety of baked goods to fill your day with everything you've been missing. Have your favorite coffee drink with our in-house roasted espresso beans. And enjoy your bagel with our flavored cream cheeses. Because at Some Bagels, the only thing better than the hole in the middle is everything around it. I want some, you want some, we want some, gimme Some Bagels.
Alice's birthday is coming up. We're in this comfy room in Triple Play Hotel so we can make plans without her hearing.
So we need a huge cake, a giant salad, and a good-sized mariachi band. Hold on a second. Does it seem a little dark in here for 2 p.m.?
Sorry, guys. Where I'm from, they didn't do birthdays. It's very exciting.
Triple Play has fun attractions for everyone, including bowling, a ropes course, and many more, all attached to a cozy hotel.
These are real people seeking solutions to real pain.
I have plantar fasciitis.
My feet, my knees, hips, and back.
And then they were fit with Good Feet arch supports. Clinically proven. Significant pain relief in only 4 weeks.
I'm not feeling any pain. My heel, that's where I always feel it.
Pressure off your knees?
Yeah, actually. I didn't notice any pain in my back. I feel like I could walk all day in these.
Take back the life you love and book your personalized arch support fitting today.
For 600 different cigars and 125 pipe tobaccos. For every cigar rated 96 and higher by Cigar Aficionado. For 200 accessories including dozens of humidors and fine pipes. It's the educated cigar.
Do you feel moody or down during winter? You could suffer from seasonal affective disorder. Find ways to keep your attitude healthy this time of year at AppleValleyNewsNow.com.
Seasonal Depression Awareness Month, sponsored by Prosser Memorial Health. This is how we care.
Did you know that even in hazardous driving conditions, the same rules of the road apply? This means you should never follow too close or drive too fast for conditions. This wintertime message is brought to you by Allen Brecky Law Offices.
The Kraken plays on MeTV Tuesday at 6:30 as they welcome Ottawa to Seattle. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We'll have snow this morning in the Cascades, Kittitas Valley, and Upper Yakima Valley, also for the Blues, but rain for lower elevations. That'll transition to rain, at least in the Upper Yakima Valley, by the late morning, but will turn drier overall after lunchtime. And then for tonight, maybe a stretch of freezing rain in the early evening for the Upper Yakima Valley, but wet weather will pick up again across the board by the late evening. Snow once again for the Cascades, Blues, and Kittitas Valley, and once again we'll transition back to snow in the Upper Yakima Valley after midnight. And for tomorrow, eventually transitioning back to rain in the Kittitas Valley and Upper Yakima Valley by the early to mid-morning, transitioning to rain even for Snoqualmie Pass and Cabbage Hill by the late morning to early afternoon, and steady wet weather all throughout the day. And then for tomorrow night, lower elevations in the Blues start to trend much drier into the late evening, but rain stays pretty steady in the Cascades, and it will be mostly rain as snow levels are going to soar up to around 7,500 feet overnight and into Wednesday morning. Here's some of the snowfall totals that we're anticipating for Monday and Tuesday. 4 to 6 inches for a Cascade Pass is probably less than 2 inches for the valleys. No snow for the lower Columbia Basin, no snow for the Blue Foothills, and anywhere between 1 to 4 inches for Blue Mountain Passes. Here's some of the water totals that we're anticipating for Monday and Tuesday. We're thinking between 1/4 to 1/2 inch of water for the basin and foothills, between 1/2 to 3/4 for the valleys, and between 1 to 2 inches for the mountains. And then we have a follow-up storm system in a Wednesday and Thursday. Look at how much snow we're expecting from this one. This is not a typo. This is true. Snow levels are going to surge up between 4,000 to 7,500 feet. So most of our passes will likely get by without seeing snowfall from this round. And overall, this round is looking like it's going to be drier with less than 1/10 of an inch of water for the valleys, basin, and foothills, between 1/10 to 1/4 for the blues, between 1/2 to 3/4 for the Cascades. Overall, will be drier for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, but there's another storm system that we're anticipating into Sunday. It's a little too early to make heads or tails of that one, but high temperatures you can see surging for Wednesday, but mostly seasonal after that. Here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Leftover showers for Wednesday, dry and overcast Thursday and Friday. Wet weather picks up again this weekend. In Yakima, about a 50-50 shot of showers left over for Wednesday, mostly dry Thursday and Friday. Showers creep back into the picture Saturday and especially Sunday. In Ellensburg, breezy with showers likely Wednesday, few showers for Thursday through Saturday, turning wetter by Sunday. Then for Hermiston, much drier by Wednesday, dry, cold, and overcast Thursday and Friday, trending wetter again this weekend. Then for Walla Walla, breezy with showers likely Wednesday, mostly dry Thursday through Saturday, but the wet weather ramps back up by Sunday. Now let's head out to New York City to see what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, it's a real-life Grinch trying to steal Christmas.
My husband woke me up and said, our Santa's missing, and he was upset. His head, you can see from our upstairs. I look out the window and I see Santa. That morning, there was no Santa.
Clarice Oss captured video of the Scrooge on her security camera, and she's not alone.
My two girlfriends, Anne and Kim, who live on the north and south end of the street, both of theirs were stolen too.
It's the tinsel trend that will land coal in your stocking, criminals undecking your halls.
We don't make a ton of money, but, you know, we enjoy what we spend, and when it gets taken away from you, it kicks you in the gut a little bit.
And coming up at 7 a.m., how to keep your holiday decorations starry and bright. With your GMA First Look, I'm Rhiannon Alley, ABC News, New York.
COVID-19. I'm not waiting. If it's COVID, Paxlovid.
Paxlovid is an oral treatment for adults with mild to moderate COVID-19 and a high risk factor for it becoming severe. It does not prevent COVID-19.
My symptoms are mild now, but I'm not risking it. If it's COVID, Paxlovid.
Paxlovid must be taken within the first 5 days of symptoms and help stop the virus from multiplying in your body.
Taking Paxlovid with certain medicines can lead to serious or life-threatening side effects or affect how it or other medicines work, including hormonal birth control. It's critical to tell your doctor about all the medicines you take because certain tests or changes in their dosage may be needed. Tell your doctor if you have kidney or liver problems, HIV-1, are or plan to become pregnant or breastfeed. Don't take Paxlovid if you're allergic to nirmatrelvir, ritonavir, or any of its ingredients. Serious side effects can include allergic reactions, some severe, like anaphylaxis, and liver problems. These are not all the possible side effects, so talk to your doctor.
If it's COVID, Paxlovid.
Ask your doctor today.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time is now 6:52. It's time for your morning sprint. We're going to start off in your national headlines. A former OpenAI employee and whistleblower has been found dead in a San Francisco home. Officers were called to the home of Suchir Balaji to perform a well-being check. Investigators say there is no evidence of foul play, and it was determined a suicide by police. Balaji was an AI researcher at OpenAI and left the company in August. In October, he alleged OpenAI had violated U.S. copyright law while developing ChatGPT. A day before his death, Balaji was named in a copyright lawsuit. Another legal setback for TikTok as it tries to avoid a ban in the U.S. A federal appeals court denied TikTok's bid to temporarily block a law that's set to take effect next month. The law would ban the app in the U.S. if it's not sold to a new non-Chinese owner. As it stands, the ban is set to take effect January 19th. In your health headlines, more than 230,000 bottles of antidepressants are being recalled as it contains levels of a chemical that pose a cancer risk. The medication, duloxetine, was voluntarily recalled last month, but now the FDA has classified it under its second most severe risk level. In your sports news, legendary NFL wide receiver Randy Moss is battling cancer. He says it was found outside his bile duct between his pancreas and liver. He also says he's getting chemotherapy and radiation treatment and thanked his prayer warriors for their support. He stepped away from his broadcasting role on ESPN earlier, but he says he plans to return as soon as he gets healthy. Now we go to your top 5 local stories that you need to know this morning. KPD officers were called to a standoff on Friday at the 2800 block of South Hartford. This was for reports of an order violation. Officers say the victim was safe, but the man refused to come out of the home for hours, which caused many other agencies to respond, including Tri-City Regional SWAT and the Richland Bomb Squad. It was 4 hours before the man finally surrendered. He was taken to jail, and this is still an ongoing investigation. The Hanford Guard Union and Hanford Mission Integration Solutions have stalled for the time being. Hanford patrol workers were locked out of HMIS the day before Thanksgiving, and since then, negotiations have been ongoing. A union representative tells us they expect to get back to negotiations in a few weeks. Amazon has opened its newest delivery station in Yakima. It will support package delivery services for customers in the Yakima Valley and surrounding communities. The facility is located at 501 Keys Road. It's now fully operational and will create many jobs. The Kennewick School District's current superintendent, Dr. Tracy Pierce, is set to retire on June 30th. KSD is currently looking for her replacement, and the Board of Directors will be conducting preliminary interviews January 28th through the 30th. They're asking the community to help with this and looking for individuals to take part in a panel where they'll observe the interviews and then provide feedback. They're looking for 10 community members, 10 staff members, and 3 community partner organizations for the panel, and you must be able to attend all nights from 5 to 9 p.m. The Tri-City Water Follies announces it will be hosting the legendary APBA Gold Cup for its 60th anniversary. Next year, they'll also feature the F-16 Viper demo team for the Over the River Air Show, as well as the Gold Cup race. STCU is the sponsor for this, but other sponsorships are still available. Trending this morning, Grubhub has released its annual delivery report.
The delivery app's review looks at the trends of what people order the most this year.
So it found chicken was included in nearly 40% of all restaurant and grocery store orders.
Also, over 1 ton of cottage cheese was delivered. Ugh.
And Mexican food was another favorite choice, as 1.3 million birria orders were made.
That's something I can get behind. The top 5 cities that ordered the most espresso drinks were Miami, Los Angeles, Denver, Boston, and New York City, and no Seattle. How about that?
And the cities that placed the most alcohol orders to their hotel were Virginia Beach, Chicago, New York City, and Washington, D.C. What do you think you ate or ordered the most this year? I think mine was Jimmy John's.
Jimmy John's?
Yeah.
I'd say I DoorDashed Popeyes a couple times.
Oh, Popeyes. Okay, that's a good
Even though
choice.
it's like a block away from my house.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And Josh, how's it looking outside for us?
It is looking wet. It's looking a little wintry out there. We'll go ahead and take graphics full as snow levels for this morning around 1,000 to 1,500 feet. So we have seen snow in the Kittitas Valley. We've seen mixed precip in the Yakima Valley. Looks like rain starting to move back into the lower Columbia Basin and Blue Foothills. It will just be rain in those areas and in those elevations. Right now, temperatures in the 30s and 40s, so it looks like we're mostly above freezing for lower elevations. That's going to curb how much snow will actually accumulate. Visibility tough in Kittitas County. Take it slow on the Interstate 90 and in the valley. Okay, we will be cold for today. Will be a lot drier after lunchtime, but you can see temperatures in the 30s and 40s. We're anticipating another round of rain and snow for tonight into tomorrow. 4 to 6 inches for a Cascade passes, less than a couple inches of snow for our valleys. Not much doing for the basin or for the foothills.
And thank you guys for watching Good Morning Northwest. You can always find more on our website.
Good Morning America is up next, and we'll be back with local news and weather tonight at 4:30. Have a great day.